Here I have the Tri-Charge from Pr1me and Jupio. Now you may be wondering why you're clicking on a video which is titled TILTA's battery charger and then I'm showing this. And the reason why is I'm kind of using this as the benchmark and a test comparison against with. I purchased this over a year ago in support of Pr1me's new venture. It's also a product that would have been quite handy and it has been very handy for me in my camera bag. I go into more detail about the product and some charging tests and some early videos, but I would just say the key two things that I wasn't really happy with this product is first off that it's a Tri-Charge, 3 is an odd number. It kind of bugs me a little bit. And the other thing as well is that the batteries aren't covered. So they do, if I was to, they can slip out quite easily. Within my camera bag, I don't find this a huge problem because in the section that I put it in, it's kind of like covered side to side quite nicely and it fits basically perfectly in that little gap. So it hasn't been the biggest problem for me, but nonetheless, it was one of those things that I did kind of want addressed. When the Tri-Charge came out, I think I got it on an early bird price, which is about £100. There was shipping involved as well, so I can't remember the exact price that I paid for it. I'll put it up on screen actually, and I'll find it out in the edit. But what I will say is I did find it being more on the expensive end. I struggle to say it's overpriced, but it is definitely expensive. I did like the product though, and then I ended up buying a second. And then later on down the line, he actually had a sale and then I bought a third. As much as I needed a battery holder and a charger, one of the reasons was also to support his channel and his venture, just because I have been following his channel for years, learned a lot from him. This is just my small way of showing support and also getting something in return, which is a great product. However, when you shoot Sony for many, many years, you end up collecting things over time. I actually did not realize until I started recording this video how many spare batteries that I had. And here we go. And obviously this is not even counting the batteries that are actually in these cameras and the FX30s I got in the bags. These are currently just loose in my drawer at the moment. And do I need another Tri-Charge? No. But I was just on Amazon and I stumbled across another product, which is the one that you saw at the title of the video, which is the TILTA battery charger. This one can actually house 4 batteries at a time and has a cover, which addresses one of the problems where the batteries could fly out if hit hard enough. That one was a bit of an aggressive one, but let me just show you to the camera here. That actually wasn't that hard and the battery still slip out. But nonetheless, that little thing there, it does happen. So that's just to put these aside for the moment. And here I'm going to open up my Amazon package, which I just received. Now this product was about £42, I believe. I'll put it up on screen in case I'm a little bit off on the pricing, but that was roughly that amount of money. Whereas the Tri-Charge was actually 100 plus. Over time, I paid different prices for them because there was an early bird introductory price as well as a sale price and then a full price. But this one here has been definitely much cheaper. I'm not really familiar with the brand TILTA. I feel like I have seen it around, but I don't actually own any products from them. If I'm not mistaken, they're probably mostly around tripods and clamps and stuff like that, not necessarily chargers. And there it is. Now, if I was just to do a comparison here, let's actually, to be fair, let's take the batteries out. In terms of weight, I would say this is probably a little bit heavier. I can probably get the exact specs, maybe even get a scale out and actually check that. In terms of dimensions, they're not too far apart. This one is a little bit thicker. That is because the batteries do kind of mount this way as opposed to them being 3 going that way. If I was just to push down the clips, lift open the lid so you can see the orientation. And then if I was to put these batteries in, they mark up on orange on lights. Not sure what that is reading at the moment. I guess it's just assessing the batteries. This is a USB-C, putting it in. And now it's charging. And then you got the lid, nice and secure. Batteries are secure. Whereas if I was just to reload these, as you can see, a little bit of a jolt, it does wiggle out. So you can imagine if you got it in a roller bag and it's going on like a cobbled street as an example, this would be jittering around. And that's me going side to side. But if I go down, up and down, you'll see it would actually fly out. This one here is very secure. Now, there's not much to test out with a product like this other than charging speeds. But what I will say is, and I hate to say it, I prefer the design of this one. With the fact that it's got 4 batteries in there, the even number kind of helps my OCD a little bit. It has a lid on it, so it secures the batteries inside, so it's not going to be flying around in the bag. My one critique with this is that I wish it was actually a flap lid like this, just so then you don't end up losing it, because I could see myself taking the lid off, putting it separately, and then misplacing it somehow. But that's more of a me problem than anything. And the price of this product was about £40 versus 100 plus on that one. I think I just checked on the UK prices on the camera store with Wex and such, is £130 there. So it's more than 3 times the cost of this. What are the benefits of the Jupio charger over the TILTA? And that is the fact that you got SD card slots with micro USB and CF Express Type A slots. So you can hold your cards as you're traveling around. Again, as part of the critique that I had with it, I wasn't keen on the 3. I shoot typically dual card, so therefore I would need 4. One of the other benefits as well is that you can charge 3 batteries simultaneously, but you can also use the power from those batteries to charge out. So if you find yourself stuck and your phone's about to die, you can actually plug in a USB-C cable into this and it will charge out to your phone. Whereas in this one, I believe it's just charging in only. Unless I missed it in the specs, and this USB-C could actually charge out as well as in. If it is the case, I'll put it up in the edit and I'll put it on text to confirm yes or no. So I guess purely off price, I would actually probably recommend the TILTA over the Jupio. But if you are a follower of Peter Lindgren's work, go support him, get the Jupio Tri-Charge. There's nothing more to it at this point other than some charging tests. But first, before I can do that, as you can see, I've just unboxed it, I'd have to drain all these batteries, and that's a lot of batteries to drain to then charge back up again. So I'm just going to put that as simple test results at the very end of the video, but my overall view still stays the same. And unless there's a huge gap in terms of the charging speeds, I can't see how it's going to sway my opinion to the fact that this is going to be a better value buy than this. I did suggest in my earlier review for the Jupio Tri-Charge that if this was cut down, it'd be called a duo charger. That would actually help the price of entry, and I think that would be a little bit more useful to most people. And yes, you would lose 2 batteries versus this, but then it'll be a bit easy to recommend the Jupio Peter Lindgren collaboration charger. But otherwise, here's the test results, and then you let me know down in the comment section below which one you prefer between the two. Cheers for watching.